Right guys, welcome to another episode from Delboy here. I've brought some boots, Hunter's Element Alpha boots. I've been in desperate need of some boots. I've worn the sole out of my other ones. The tongue was ripped off by the dog when he was a puppy. I've been wearing them out, been a bit of a Jew. Haven't forked out for some boots. Now I have, and now I'm going to show you guys why I brought these ones and a few features justifying why these ones are the best value on the market. Alright, the easiest way of doing this is we're going to start off from the bottom, work our way up. Alright, so the sole, we've got a Vibram self-cleaning sole. Don't know about all the other specs, not interested. Just what it looks like a very good grip system, self-cleaning. You can see those little spirals there. They should not allow build-up. Self-cleaning, obviously. Other thing I notice, no EVA midsole. They're not claiming to have an EVA midsole in the specs, so this could be a good boot for you farmers who go out and buy good supporting boots such as Lowers and Mendels, and they have EVA midsoles, and the shit and the piss gets in there, softens it up, deteriorates it, something chronic, and you guys wondering why they're falling to bits, because they're not farm boots, they're hunting boots, right? They're for shock absorbing and all the rest of it. So these don't have EVA. Correct me if I'm wrong, maybe it says something else, but it could be a good cocky boot. So yeah, crampon compatible. So that means you could buy these boots, and if you're hunting in the bush stalking, Rahinis, and you decide to go on a hunting trip down south, you're going to be ready to rock and roll, to get on some ice, crampons, some good, a nice thought, and good colour system. Hey, a bit of orange there. It makes them look very cool. So you move on your way up. The big rand, the big black thing there, going around. The purpose of the rand is to protect your boots, the side of your boots, because you imagine walking along all those sharp rocks, especially in the South Island, or in rocky terrain such as the Rahinis. If you're walking across a clearing, slip, you imagine if the rand wasn't there, all this leather's going to get ripped up very quickly. Okay, so great design there, very high, very it appears thin, so it's gonna be softer. It's gonna glue to the boot a lot easier, I believe. Just gonna be time's gonna tell to see whether it's gonna last and see how well they've glued it and all the rest of it. Okay, so carrying on the upper here, I noticed that they've done very well with minimal stitching. So you got a one piece upper here, comes round, and you got minimal stitching there coming up, protected by the rand. Stitching is of course holes in your lining and your waterproofness, so these need to be protected by your snow seal or anything like that. I've got to check the instructions to see what they recommend. So they've got a DWR lining as well. Repels water off the stitching because that's the most vulnerable piece for water leakage. Have a look at the rest. Okay, so from that we're going to go to the lay system. You think any old lay system, okay, you just chuck some eyes in there, but these, you get a couple of normal lugs there, eyelets, and then you got a bearing system. Okay, so you got a ball bearing lay system, which allows, if you pull here, they're all gonna tighten up. Both of them is going to tighten up further down very evenly. It's a very nice system, locks them very well. I noticed they're using some good ankle lock, lugs system. We're going to talk about that very soon, about how well this boot fits. I believe these are metal eyelets. Okay, so that means good durability, going to last. Just remember, when you get up to the top here, these are locking lugs, not tension lugs, so don't yank on them. They just lock it off. You pull the tension, lock it off, go around, keep locking it off, pulling that in. I see a lot of people trying to use these as tension lugs, and they're pulling on them and they wonder why they pull out. Okay, so it's not what they're for, right? So yeah, a few good design features. Let's have a quick squiz at this. Okay, so you can see there in the tongue, it's waterproof right up to there, which is quite high, isn't it, for a lot of boots. I mean, some of them come right down, so only half of the boot is waterproof. You just got to remember that. These, with the Hunter's Element gaiters, the long gaiters, waterproof, this boot would be seriously, you'd have dry feet most of the time, unless you go swimming. But some pretty cool stuff coming out from Hunter's Element, especially these Hunter's Element Alpha boots. What else? Support, very important. Going back to the sole, it's got a full nylon shank. Okay, what does that mean? That means it is very stiff, great for mountaineering, great for sidling. You can, the boot's not going to fold from underneath you. Your foot's going to be very rigid. It's going to allow you to carry heavier loads, 25 plus kilos. Great for meat hunts, great for long weekends, great for South Island, big trips. Yeah. What else? What else? Oh yeah, they got a few other things coming through. They got a bit of a VCP plate system, volume control plate. Let's have a squiz. Got your inner sole there, and here it is. Got a bit of cork shim. That's what it is. It's just a shim system, but it comes with a shim. So if you get them and they're a bit tight or whatever, these ones are very snug fitting for me. I'm leaving the shim in for breaking in, and once I've broken them in, I'm probably going to take that shim out, and it's going to leave a bit of room there for when your feet swell and all the rest of it. It's good it's good design, because buying boots is it's a notoriously difficult task. Finding a good quality boot, finding boots that fit well, where your foot doesn't move. These boots do exactly that. Okay. They got a midsole stabilizer in them too. Seriously, these boots, the main reason why I bought them is, when you're trying on different boots and, oh yeah, it's a bit tight here, a bit loose here, doesn't fit, your foot moves around, they're too stiff, they're too floppy. These are just perfect though. Like, seriously, I tried them on, they look great. Absolutely blown away from the price when they were showcasing them a year ago. They're coming out and showing a few shops and things. I saw them, absolutely blown away by the price. $550 for the Alpha boots retail. Alright, so straight away off the bat, value for money is huge. Okay, I've tried them on, and this is the first boot that you put it on, it fits like a glove, man. Your ankle's locked in, and you got to try and wriggle your toes down the end to see if they fit. See how much room there is. You can't. Okay, you can feel there's room down there, so it's great, and you can move your toes for me. So, but you get this support system that's unbelievable. You can see this, the design there. It's like a scalloped back. So that's the shape of your foot and your Achilles, right, and your back of your legs. So awesome design, right? Locks your foot in. I'm really looking forward to wearing them tomorrow. Hopefully, getting a bit of a hunt in and test them out, break them in. Yeah, very, very, very good boot. Probably the best on the market at the moment. Value for money. You get all the features that you would for a $700 boot. So you're saving $150 straight away. Okay, so that's what it's all about. Value for money. Choosing the right boot that fits you. The last thing I noticed. Let's see if I can get up there. Sympatex. No Gore-Tex. So that caused me to do a bit of research and go, what is Sympatex? What is Gore-Tex? We all know Gore-Tex is anyway. So the latest one is 3 layers in Gore-Tex. Okay, so the thing about Gore-Tex is water repellency, but if water does get in, when it saturates, it allows evaporation and for everything to dry out. Sympatex is a 4-layer system, up to 4 layers. So you got the outer system, you got the top layer, protective, waterproof, upper, lower layer, and the lining. Got to chuck some images up, check them out. The waterproof rating is very high. It's 45,000 mil pressure rating. I mean, what they class as waterproof is 10,000 pretty much for a nice waterproof rated jacket or boots. So Sympatex appears to be a fairly new brand, a lot newer than what Gore-Tex is. Okay, so it seems maybe more modern, more better technology. Time's going to tell with this, seriously, this is the first time I've seen a Sympatex boot, lined boot. Okay, so some very innovative technology coming out of Hunter's Element. They're looking at the bigger picture rather than going, oh look, you know, someone else is using Gore-Tex, let's just make a boot out of Gore-Tex. Thinking outside the square, looking at some more technology, some maybe more modern stuff, and trying it out. Time's going to tell, and you know, those guys, I've seen a few comments saying, oh, you know, the stitching's terrible on my last Hunter's Element boots, those camo things, I can't really, the veil stalking boots or whatever, they were selling them at $80. They're an $80 boot, okay, or $150 boot, $200 boot, can't remember, retail. That's what you expect, right? So come on, $80 from the Seeker show a couple of years ago. I mean, they're pretty cool, but don't expect hard wearing out of them. They're very, you know, they're a summer stalking boot and very gentle terrain. This, however, is your duck's nuts mountaineering, hunting, stalking boot. Not really stalking because it'll be quite loud, but it's going to give you very good support for while you're out in the mountain on some serious terrain. It's going to lock your ankle in. It's going to give serious support. Unbelievable. That's why I bought them. Alright, seriously, straight off the bat, best value for money on the market at the moment for a hunting boot. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, like the Facebook page, follow the link as well. Check it out, Hunter's Element page. Cheers.